What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today we are jumping into the Bee Swarm test realm once again because, my goodness, I have some spicy meatballs to share with you guys today. There is some really cool stuff. We're going to take a look at it all in this episode. It's going to be a Bee Swarm party. You are invited. Should we go? Let's go. Okie dokies, 3, 2, 1, claim the test realm hive. Yeah, how are we doing, everybody? Welcome back. It's always a sad day when I don't get me end hive. This is my favorite hive, as I'm sure you guys know. But yeah, anyway, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys and girls are doing awesome. Yeah, as I mentioned, Onett has been adding some new stuff into the test realm. So not gonna lie, he's been a very, very, very busy boy over the past week or so. There's been so much cool content. And today, we're gonna look at some of the brand new items and functions that he just recently added. Yeah, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. Some of them are mad, right? Okay, so not gonna lie, you guys have been absolutely smashing it recently. It's just been incredible to see with just the support of the videos. Absolutely insane. Let's go and check the old likey likes from last episode. I do quite like doing this in the video. I think this is kind of fun. Okay, let me go click this. 5,900! Lads. OP. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much. You know, it's really cool just to see everyone coming together again and getting some hype for the Bee Swarm update. It's going to be a really, really good month, I think, or month or two. It depends how long the update is going to be, like, lengthwise. But I'm so excited to cover it for you guys. So thank you so much for being here. We try and go for 4,000 this episode. We're scaling it up slightly, but that would be really cool. Ooh, Mondo Chica spawned. I heard he's awesome. So, yeah, where do we begin? Where do we begin? The bean bugs are out. The Mondo Chica spawned. We're in the test realm. Happy, happy days. And I think what we'll do is let's actually begin here. So I just went and actually tested that this was the right drop, and it was. You can see here that this is just like a basic bee egg in the test realm. So I went and grabbed it, but this is not a basic bee egg. This is a brand new in-game feature. And if I scroll down the old menu here, where is it hiding? There it is. Boom. It's called the plastic planter. So you can only carry one of these plastic planters at a time. What is the plastic planter? What does it do? Funnily enough, we saw this so many months ago, and it's kind of cool when something comes together. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but like, oh my goodness, it would have been after Beesmas sometime when we had some inventory leaks from Onett. This was so long ago. We saw models of kind of like a honey pot looking thing, and we also saw a cabbage. So we were kind of speculating, like, what on earth is this cabbage? Is it going to be for a new field? What is the honey pot? What is it going to do? Well, it turns out that this was all to do with the... Oh... Hello, sausage. This is all to do with the planter system, which he was planning to put in the game. So firstly, I've just got this like little thing here. So by the way, like all of this stuff once again is from the Bee Swarm Simulator Leaks community. So I think there's a few from Twitter here, but I'm gonna start trying to use their Discord a lot more. And the reason why is that kind of like has like the credits of like the people who submitted the pictures. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, this is what Onett says about the planters. So we're going to take a look at these in a second. But he says that I'm testing an early version of the planter system. What are planters? They're a pot that you place in fields that slowly generate rewards during playtime. Each field grants different rewards and different buffs called nectars. So we'll come back to the nectars in a second. What are nectars? Well, we'll talk about it quickly. A set of 5 different buffs that can store up to 48 hours that grant a variety of different stats. Each field grants different nectars. You can also generate nectar by farming or AFKing in a field with one of your planters in it. So your bee will sometimes visit the pot to sip nectar, and when it does, it converts a little pollen. Dude, that's so cool. Oh, look, finally. Okay. So I mentioned these fire sort of like decal things, sort of the fire effects from last episode. I just saw some. Wait, do it again. Okay, I just randomly found a windy bee. So we're going to take a look at the plant pot. We're going to plant it, and I'm going to talk you through the nectars, because it seems like a really, really cool system. There they are. Look at that. Yeah, okay, I think I've seen these effects in Roblox before, but they're really nice. I think they're much better than what we had. Boom. All right, okay, let's wait for the old nighttime to finish. Okay, so pick a field. any field will do. Let's go with, I tell you what, let's go to pumpkin. Should we go to pumpkin? So we're going to place down one of these plastic planters. The first time I've done this. Let's actually see what's cracking with it. So let's go and take down the werewolf. And then I'm going to talk you guys through the 5 different new nectars, which will be achievable. So I would just assume that you just place it in the field. Is that? Let me take a little screenshot of that. Oh no, maybe with my mouse not over the top of it. Fantastic. Okay, is this... Place the plastic planter. Okay, hang on. There we go. Boom. There it is. Look. Look. Okay. So it's literally like a plastic planter. So you can see here what's going to happen is... I'm getting clowned on. Unbelievable. Dude, look. The bees. The bees are actually drinking the nectar from the top of the... from the top of the sprout there. Oh, and you can see at the top of the screen, do you guys see it says harvest the plastic planter? So that is how you actually achieve the nectar buffs. So I kind of just stopped there. Oh, there it is. Look. Do you guys see? How cool is that? So, yeah, whilst I just kind of, like, let my bees do a little bit in the background, you can see here that this hive is terrible. We're only on, like, 2%, but it is, like, a relatively slow fill. I'd imagine on my main account, it would probably fill up a lot quicker. But here in the test run, not so much. I guess maybe we could, like, try and field boost the field a little bit. I might do that in just a second. But talking about the actual buffs here, I want to show you guys this. So there's 5 different ones. As you can see, these are from Bee Swarm Simulator. And you can see here that they all have different names. So it is the Comforting Nectar, it's the Invigorating Nectar, the Satisfying Nectar, the Refreshing Nectar, and the Motivating Nectar. So you can see there that each one actually has a different set of abilities. And from what I think Onett just said, depending on which field you do them in, you get the different buffs. Is that right? Or is it random? I'm not too sure. Let me check again. Yeah, it does appear that the different fields will allow you to get the different buffs. So depending on which set of buffs you want, bearing in mind that these last a long time, you pick a field, you fill up your plastic planter, and then you harvest it. Now, here's the thing. You can actually harvest this at any point. So you could even harvest this right now with me on 3%, but there is a lot more benefit to trying filling it up as much as possible. So I'll tell you what. Let me, have I got any glitters or anything like that? Oh, bro, I've been really silly here. I literally read it and didn't understand it, and now I do. I don't think, like, harvesting makes any difference because it fills up with time. All right. Okay, I've made a sausage of myself. I bet everyone's like, James, it's not how it works. You just read it. Silly man. Okay, my bad. Yeah, so it's just going to fill up randomly, so it has a set time. I don't think there's anything you can do to influence it. It's kind of like an AFK style thing. Now, I'm wondering if it fills up when you're offline. I'm not too sure. But there's nothing you can do, I don't think. You can just plop it in a field and it will just keep growing over time. And then eventually a big old cabbage will grow out the top of it. So let's actually just try this now for the sake of it. Harvest plastic planter, boom. And what has it given us? Nothing. Wait, where is it? Oh, is that all I got? I got some pollen, and I got 3 pineapples. Oh, yeah, and look, there we go. We got our invigorating nectar, so it seems like invigorating was from the cactus field. So that gives us a convert raised, a red pollen, and a bee attack. So that's only going to be lasting for 12 minutes because I harvested it when the planter was at 5%. So probably it's best just to plot one of those in the field, wait for it to get much higher, pop it, and then you're going to have way more longer boosts. I really like that. It's like a little thing, I guess, but it's all going to help. Huh. Okay, so I got a little bit more on the actual mushrooms that I showed you guys. So there's a honey storm right now. Fantastic. Okay. So yeah, the mushrooms, like, we couldn't see them in game last time, and the reason why is because Onett was manually spawning them in. So I think that is still the case. I think it's kind of like a fairly rare thing, and I'm not sure if they're randomly popping up just yet, but I have some more information and some really cool pictures. So this one here from Onett says that the pushrooms are kind of like a sprout I am testing. When you collect from them, they send out spores to other fields and can level up. Okay, the higher level, the better chance of higher rarities and better loot. So the spores actually spread to different fields. And if you think it sounds cool, it looks even cooler because look at this here. You've got like a bunch of mushrooms that have spread all over the dandelion field. And then I think I've got another picture here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Boom. And it's actually, I think, spread from the dandelion into the mushroom. So the mushrooms will spread. It's going to get very shroomy. Wow, they're cool. So the fun doesn't stop there. Now, once again, I'm not 100% that these items we can actually get. I'll do like a bug run or something just to kind of see if we can get some in our inventory. But I think like these items aren't actually working in game right now. It's just a case of Onett has slowly started adding them to the lists. So the first one here is a brand new item called Honeysuckle. And it says here, the honeysuckle makes bees instantly convert some pollen into honey when your bag becomes full. So yeah, it's kind of just like a sort of another sort of instant convert style thing, but you can stack it up to 50. I suppose loosely reading that, it's kind of like a baby micro converter, so it's not gonna like do your whole backpack, but it's gonna do a little bit of it. Which I think, you know, every little helps in that situation. I think that's kind of cool. And then we also have another item here, which is called Soft Wax. So this is Soft Wax, a squishy hunk of beeswax, and it has a 100% chance of slightly improving a Beequip. So I think we had this with the swirled wax, right? Sort of it was at the Riley Bee, the big Riley Bee like shrine where you could get some wax, but there's going to be like different alternatives to that. And there's also another one here called Hard Wax, which is less powerful and it only gives you a 50% chance to improve a Beequip. So perfect for Beesmas, I guess, with the Beequips and stuff coming back. Now we also have a little bit of news to do with the blue and the red HQs. So I think like the plant pot is just a really, really nice way of seeing that, you know, the things that Onett does plan do eventually happen, you know, albeit like they take a little while sometimes. But obviously, like we saw the pot, we saw like the cabbage, we were like wondering what on earth those are about. And now it turns out it's all part of the new system. So in terms of the red and the blue HQs, someone asked about the red and the blue HQs, and then Onett here says that they will make an appearance in some form, maybe not completely fleshed out, but there will be an additional room to the red and the blue HQ. So we should be seeing those in the next update. They're going to be, one of them's going to be through this door, so there's something behind there. Don't know where the blue one's going to be, but hopefully we'll see them eventually. It has been quite some time, but they will show up eventually. And just a few like really interesting random bits of information. So from what I can tell, based off, you know, the buoyant bee coming in and stuff, Onett is essentially trying to plan new ways to kind of have like those end game hives. So someone mentioned here, so someone said, so I assume the balloons aren't meant to be OP right now, but with the end game equipment passives, they will be. So the balloons are going to be insane. Someone instantly is going to work out like an incredible way to use them, and they're just going to be absolutely mad. And then on it here it said, yeah, basically, I want in-game equips for blue to provide some big buffs to balloons. So we're thinking already, we're thinking buoyant bees, we're thinking bubbles, we're thinking tadpole bees, we're thinking, you know, all of the various blue boosted passives and stuff like that. By the way, oh, I got clowned on, a double clowning. Woo. But yeah, you have to like take in, it's not just, and I think this is one of the difficult things about developing Bee Swarm. It's not so much you just have one new item and it has a really cool ability. What you've got to then think is you've got to think, well, how does this tie into everything else? Because it's not just, you know, the balloons that will do something. It then might tie into, you know, bubble bloat hives with the other blue bees and the passives and the masks and the fields and the amounts and then the buffs, and you have to like put everything together and then try and keep that balanced without the other hives. So is Onett going to try and do something for white hives and red hives as well? Probably at some point. He does also go on here to say, this is really interesting, that I'm trying to explicitly make a different type of farming that doesn't rely on in-field conversion as much with buoyant, which will require lots of number adjustments. But the balloons themselves are basically an anti-instant conversion since it doesn't apply to the pollen that enters them. Balloon-based hives should require insane capacity so their hive balloon doesn't deflate fast. I want to see this in action. Someone's going to do it. We might have a go at it at some point, but I want to see like a full OP balloon hive. I think it's going to be mad. And yeah, I think for today's episode, that is pretty much everything that I have to show you guys. So, I mean, the thing is, like, there's so much information like that Onett is talking about, and a lot of it is to do with, you know, the rebalancing and the changes, and there's a lot to do with the Supreme Star amulets and the double passives and all that kind of thing. But I've kind of learned that there's no point talking about that when it's in the test realm because it changes all the time. So I kind of just like deliberately kind of not ignore it, but you know, it's going to change so many times. One thing that I did notice that I can't actually get in the test ROM yet because I need to sort my hive out is that when you're actually generating the Supreme Star amulets, you can pay 500 billion honey to always generate a 2 passive amulet, which I think is good. Like, one of the frustrations of the main game is when you're trying to get that double passive and trying to get the one that you want, not only is it really expensive, but it takes ages as well. So you kind of have like an instant pay where you have to pay 500 billion honey and then it will always give you a 2 times. Now, whether it gives you the 2 times that you want, that's another question. But that is also there as well. A bunch of changes to the different passives, balancing, changing, tweaking, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll talk about that when it's in the main game, I think. Hey, a royal jelly. So yeah, I think that's about it. That's everything that I want to show you guys in this episode. But I'm sure there will be some more stuff very, very, very soon for me to talk about. So this one is really promising. I love those little AFK nectar sort of things. I think those are going to be really cool. And yeah, who knows what he's going to add next. Yeah, mad. All right, until next time, thanks. And see ya.